Hello everyone, welcome to the class of Health and Physical Education Unit 5 Children and Sports. And today's topic we are having, that is common postural deformities, which consist of spinal curvature, flat foot, knock knee, bow legs and rounded shoulders. And today we are going to learn related to the spinal curvature and flat foot. Now there are the different types of spinal curvature that is related to the like kyphosis, lordosis and scoliosis. Spinal curvature is a type of deformity or disablement of a person related to the spine. That means there is a problem in their spine. They are not having in a normal shape, normal size. This deformity is being caused by the carrying excessive weight beyond one's capacity. Here, so we can say that the weak muscles causes the formation of the spinal curvature. Normal lumbar spine is characterized by the moderate anterior hyperextension curve when viewed laterally. So there is no absolute standard for the determination of the degree to the extent of the anterior convexity to the normal lumbar curve. There are the three types of spinal deformities. So here this deformity related to the spine is being caused due to overloading of any of the things on our shoulder, on our head, or it happens due to the weakness of the muscles. So there are different types of deformities which we are going to learn. In that, first it is kyphosis. Now here kyphosis, that means in that kyphosis you can see that there is an increase in the backward or the posterior curve, or decrease or the reversal of the forward curve. So you can see in the first image is a normal curve of the spinal cord, you can see. In the second one you see that there is a humpback or a hunchback, which is mostly you can see it is in the thoracic region. So here increase of the backward of the posterior curve and decrease of the reversal of the forward curve. It is also called as a rounded upper back. So in the second posture you can see it is a rounded upper back. The person may suffer from problem in back. So here you can see the depression of the chest is common in kyphosis. There are the various causes. These causes are like malnutrition. If the person is having not having a proper diet, then the possibilities are that then he may suffer from the kyphosis. Then any types of illness if he has suffered. Then crowded area. That crowded area means intake of oxygen is less, so the possibility of the rounded shoulder or the kyphosis is more. Unavailability of the pure air. Then weak muscles carrying heavy loads on the back or on the shoulder. If they are not having a proper furniture, then habit of doing the work leaning forward. Shyness among the girls. So these are the causes. There are the other various causes like osteoporosis, kyphosis. A person is having a bone problem and that means he is suffering from this kyphosis, that is osteoporosis kyphosis. Then congenital kyphosis, degenerative kyphosis, then neuromuscular kyphosis, nutritional kyphosis. We are having this kyphosis is considered as Schumann's disease, and you can find out that this Schumann disease 4 to 8% of the adolescent, due to the abnormal growth of the spine and disc, the person may suffer from the Schumann's disease. So it is also one of the kyphosis. So there are these various causes of kyphosis are there. Then we are going to learn related to precautions. What precautions the person must take. They should maintain appropriate posture while sitting, standing, while walking. Proper and adequate exercise is necessary. So here either the teacher or the parents, they should teach the children, they should guide them how to sit, how to walk, how to stand, in order to overcome from the problem of kyphosis. The proper and adequate exercise is not only helpful in maintaining the posture, but it also controls the problem of kyphosis. So here exercise is must. There are the different remedies are there. What are the remedies? That is, when you are going to sit on the chair, your hip should touch back of the chair. Then while looking upward, hold your hand behind the back in such a way that your shoulder may remain stretched. That means you need to move your chest outside, not inward chest. Always keep the pillow under the back while sleeping. So where you may find out the hunchback or humpback, you need to place the pillow there and let your neck rest behind. Then bend your head backward and standing position. Then perform Dhanurasana, which used to open your chest. Bhujangasana. Keep your hands near the shoulder. Lie down on your back. Straighten up your arms slowly and raise the chest. That is like a Bhujangasana. So these are the remedies which you can practice to avoid kyphosis. The next we are going to learn, that is the spinal curvature, that is related to the lordosis. Now in the lordosis you can see that it is an inward curvature of the spine. You can look at the second picture is the normal. The first one is being considered an exaggerated lumbar curve. The spinal curve, the lowest one near the back, that is known as the lumbar, where you can find out 5 bones together, consist of lumbar region. So here the lordosis is an inverted curve of a spine, increases the forward curve of the lumbar region, creates the problem in standing and walking. So this lordosis, the main cause is if you are overeating, if you are eating a heavy diet, then the chances that your body becomes stiff, where you can see that the hip part used to prominent, is buttock part is prominent and appears in the any of the age. You can see that this lordosis can appear in any of the age. So it does not occur in it does occur in the neck also, neck region also. So this is due to the obesity. You need to reduce the obesity. So what are the causes are there? Let us learn. The causes are imbalanced diet, that is not taking a proper diet. Improper environment is environment is also not proper. Improper development of the muscles, if the muscles are not developed proper. Obesity and vertebral diseases. Excessive eating and not exercising. That means that those who are involved in eating the food in an excessive quantity, the chances of lordosis is more. So here it is being told that it can be in any of the age, it can appear in any of the age, and the person may suffer from the back pain also. So these are the causes. Then we are going to learn the precautions. The precautions are that a person must take, here what are the causes were there, we can take it as an opposite, like take a proper balanced diet. Then obesity should be kept away in the early age. The body should be kept straight while carrying the weight. Excessive intake of the food should be avoided. That means that whatever the causes we have learned, we used to write down the opposite of that becomes the precautions. Now remedies are there. There are various remedies. That means forward bending from the hip level. The person should bend forward from the hip level. Then perform sit-ups. Then toe touching exercise so that the back becomes flexible. Lie down on your back and raise your head and leg. Then it is also been told that perform halasana. Then you should lie down on a supine position and you should raise your legs at 45 degree. One by one, and whatever the toe touching exercise, whatever the exercise are be there, perform it 10 times. So these are the remedies to overcome the lordosis. The next we are having, that is scoliosis. So scoliosis is a postural adaptation of the spine in a lateral direction. This is also called as a scoliotic curve. So the sideway curve of the is also called as a scoliotic curve, identified as a right convexity or it is been known as an convexity left or left convexity, either on the right side or on the left side. So it has been named as an right convexity or left convexity, because it is in a convex shape. So you can see that second posture and the first posture. So you can see that here it is in a the single curve is in a left of the is called as in C curve, and scoliotic curve may be found in S shape. You can see that it is in a S shape. There are the various causes. These causes are underdeveloped legs. If any of the leg out of the two leg, if one of the leg is underdeveloped, then the person may have a problem of scoliosis. Then infantile paralysis in the childhood, if they are being paralyzed, if their proper care is not being taken, if the load is being put more on the shoulders of the children, so the possibility of the scoliosis is more. Then the person those who are having problem of rickets, the chances of scoliosis is more. Carrying the load on the one shoulder, on the one side more load, that means that whenever we are lifting the bags, as when we used to move from one place to another place on the railway station or moving outside, carrying the luggages in both the hands, mostly what we used to do, we used to carry the luggage on one hand, we are having more weight, and on the other hand we are having less weight. So the more weight on which side is there, the person may have the problem of the scoliosis. Then we are having uncomfortable desk. They are not having proper desk to sit, where you can see up and down, where the buttock used to rest. So if the chair is not in a proper condition, if the decks are not in a proper condition, then the person may suffer from the scoliosis. Then wrong standing position. Many times you can see the person used to stand, one leg they used to keep straight, another leg they used to bend. So while standing in the improper posture also is one of the cause of the scoliosis. Then disease in the joints and bones. If they are having any of the disease in joints or bones, then the person may have the scoliosis. Then partial deafness or wrong standing postures, that it is been caused by the congenital or acquired abnormalities of the vertebral muscles or nerves. There are the precautions are given, like intake of the balanced diet. The person should take a balanced diet. Then avoid sideways or bending position. Whenever we are used to lie down, you know that many of the person they used to lie down on the bed while resting their head on their palm, and with the help of the elbow they used to rest. So here there is also the possibility of the scoliosis is more. So while studying, you should avoid in sideways bending position. Avoid walking for a longer time while carrying the weight on one hand. Whenever we used to carry the weight, it is better that we may carry the weight, either we balance the weight on both the side, or we need to balance it in order to avoid the scoliosis problem. Then we are having the remedies. There are the various remedies for the scoliosis, like bending exercise should be done on the opposite side of the C curve. As we know that we are, for example, if we are bending too much on, our shoulder is down on our right side, so we used to bend on the other side, left side, and we used to exercise more on the left side part. So bending exercise should be done on the opposite side of the C curve shaped curve. Then hold the horizontal bar and hang. Wherever we may see the horizontal bar, better that we may have a flexed arms, and we used to hang on the horizontal bar, which used to help in overcoming the problem of the scoliosis. Then let your body hang for some time. Then hold the horizontal bar with your hand and swing your body to the left and right side. Which side? On left and right side you need to hang, and you used to move your body so that it may align, so that our spinal curve may align in a proper way. Then swimming, that means swim by using the breaststroke techniques. Breaststroke techniques where you are using both the hands together. So here there is no alternate movement of the hands, both the hands are moving together. So here it is the chances are more to cure the scoliosis. So whenever you are going for swimming, better that person, those who are suffering from the scoliosis, they may swim with the breaststroke techniques. So these three were related to the spinal curvature, that is kyphosis, lordosis and scoliosis. Now we are going to learn another deformity, that is flat foot. So mostly you can see that the image which has been given of the flat foot. The first image, you can see the curve in the leg, and another image where you can find out any of the curve. So the person are having it has been, second image shows that the person is suffering from the flat foot. So you can check whether you are having flat foot or not by dipping your leg into water, and you need to just keep the steps, and you need to check whether you are having a curve in your legs or not, in your feet. Clear? So here the flat foot is commonly found among the newborn babies. Most of the newborn babies are having the flat foot. It is commonly found, but it becomes postural deformity if it still persists at the later childhood. That means if the proper care is not being taken, if we insist a small child to walk at the early age, then there is a more chances that the child may have a flat foot problem. The children with a flat foot cannot be a good sports person. They feel pain in their feet while standing and walking. So the gap between the ankle goes on increasing here. So that tells us that the children with a flat foot cannot be a good sports person. That means that we can check by dipping our legs in, dipping our feet into in water, and then after we need to make the steps, and we need to check whether we can have the curve or not. We are getting the curve or not. Then next we are having the causes. What are the causes are there? There are the causes like weak muscles. Then we are having cannot bear a body weight, increases in the body weight. The person those who are having an obese, that the person those who are obese or those who are having overweight, the chances are more that they may have the flat foot problem. Then the flat foot becomes flat or without an arc. Along with this rapid increase in the body weight, if a person is suffering from this type of problems, flat foot, then he may have a rapid increase in the body weight. Improper shoes and carrying the heavy weight for a longer time period are also one of the causes of the flat foot. So these are the causes of flat foot. So here it is been told that if there is not a proper arc of the footprint on the floor, then you may have the deformity of the flat foot. That means that you need to dip your feet in the water and walk on the floor, and if there is not proper arc of the footprint on the floor, then you are having a deformity of flat foot. Then we are having a precautions. What precautions you should take? The precautions are given that shoes should be of a proper shape and size. Don't walk barefoot for a longer time period. Avoid high-heeled shoes. Avoid obesity. Don't force baby to walk at the early stage. So these are the precautions which a person or an individual should take. Don't force the baby to walk at the early stage. There are the remedies. There are the various remedies are there. Remedies are like walking on the heels. The person should walk on heels. They should go for skipping. They should go for jumping on toes. They should walk on the inner and the outer side of the feet. They should perform Vajrasan daily. Walking in inner and the outer side of the feet. Stand up and down on the heels. So these are the remedies for those who are suffering from the flat foot. So these are the these were the deformities these are the common deformities which we have learned, in which the spinal curve, which has been related. There are the three types of deformities which the spinal curve includes, that is kyphosis, lordosis and scoliosis. And second we have learned that was related to the flat foot, that is related to the common deformity. And further we are going to learn related to the knock knee, bow legs, rounded shoulders, and we are also going to learn the corrective measures of all this. So with the help of this you can prepare the notes. Thank you.